Hi guys, welcome to Urban Combat JKD. Very happy to have you here. So I gather you read the title of today's video, but if you're coming here thinking I'm going to be slating MMA, you actually come to the wrong channel. I'm actually going to be talking about how similar it is to JKD and how actually MMA fighters are true warriors of this time. They are like the modern day gladiator of today, okay? And the difference between JKD and MMA is JKD is a philosophy, okay? And you can apply that philosophy in MMA. And some of the MMA fighters now do that. They actually apply the JKD to their MMA training. JKD training is more for your mind and body and spirit, okay? So that is very important especially for fighting, okay? But the thing is that JKD deals with developing your mindset, developing your inner strength, and also awareness, which is very, very important for MMA fighters, okay? But there's a lot of people that go from boxing into MMA or from wrestling into MMA, which is good. But you have to be an all-rounder, okay? In JKD, they teach you that, because in JKD can be pliable to any system, any style. It can fit into any style, okay? So this is the reason why I think and I feel that MMA fighters would benefit a lot if they trained in JKD as well as their BJJ or Thai boxing. If they did all that training together and understood the philosophy of being like water and using the JKD method in their fighting. Right. I started in JKD in 1994, and the reason I started JKD was more for my spiritual growth. I wanted to become more in tune with myself and my inner being, to be in touch with what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, because JKD helps that. JKD really connects you to your spirit. That's what JKD is, in my opinion. It's more than just fighting and trapping and everything like that. It's a deep connection to oneself, and this is what attracted me to JKD, okay? And not only does it make your reflexes quicker and your awareness sharper, it also works with one side of the brain that really makes you a lot more in tune with oneself and with nature around you. Because I can express myself while doing JKD, that is when I found my deep connection to myself, and that to me is the most important key. The spiritual side is most important, to be able to be humble, to be able to be nice, and also to be able to help people and help humanity for that matter. This is what JKD is, okay? Obviously, as human beings, nobody's, like I always said, nobody's perfect. Everyone's making mistakes, but with JKD, I found that it really has helped me to understand other people and myself. So for me, JKD, I chose it because it's street survival. It's based on street self-defense, and this is what attracted me to it. So coming back to MMA, I really appreciate and respect the MMA fighters. I think what they do is great. What MMA fighters put themselves through physically and mentally, it's very, very inspiring for me, And I don't know many MMA fighters. I've met a few in the past, but I don't really know them. So I would love to meet some mixed martial artists and do some training and learn different things. And this is what it's about for me. It's about learning from everyone. I think it's very, very important. And like I said, I have a lot of respect for MMA fighters because that's as close as you're going to get to real combat. And they're in there, in that ring. And it can't be easy doing what they do. It can't be, easy thing to go in a ring with the people around you, watching you fight, you wanting to win. It must be psychologically quite empowering as well. So, yeah, for me, MMA has a lot to offer. And I really appreciate mixed martial arts a lot and what they do. Like I said, it's as close as you're going to get to actual combat. So yeah, MMA, it must be stressful as well. Okay, so it must be really stressful for the fighters. And like I said, obviously going one-on-one with someone in mixed martial arts, whereas in Jeet Kune Do, you might be fighting 2, 3, 4, or 5 people might attack you. So you got to be ready. You got to be mentally ready, spiritually ready. That's what we train for. Okay, so you might get 2, 3 people coming. You have to kick that way, punch that way, punch that way. You have to instinctively move with 3, 4, 5 attackers coming at you. Whereas in MMA, it's just one-on-one. And also, you can't bite his nose off, can you? Whereas in Jeet Kune Do, you can. You know, not saying that any better than that. It's any better than that style, but I'm just saying it's a kind of a different spectrum, but it also meets at the same level, if you know what I mean. Okay, the reason why it's stressful because you're constantly thinking of winning. That's why I believe that you bring too much stress into your mind, if you know, especially if you're doing that. Yeah, this is the reason why I never got into UFC or anything like that. And this is the reason why back in the day I didn't really want to do it, because I didn't have anything to prove, you know. And in the past, I've, you know, done competitions, been in a couple of street situations, and I didn't really feel the need to do that because of the stress level of putting the stress on your body and stuff. And in the end, we're all human beings anyway, so we all have that instinctive fighting spirit within us anyway, regardless of style, regardless of system. If a kid pushes another kid, instinctively they get back up and fight. If you go to a dog and get him in the corner, he just instinctively attacks you without even thinking. So we all, as human beings, or in the animal kingdom, we all have that fighting thing within us, okay, regardless of any style or whatnot. Because there used to be, back in the day, I used to know someone who was not even a martial artist, but he'd grown up street fighting. And this guy could rip anyone apart. And obviously he's passed away now. But yeah, all he'd done is been conditioned in the street, and he'd never done martial arts in his life, you know, and yet he could, you know, like I said, rip anyone apart. But that's the thing, you see, it's different. What we do is more of an art form, and it's an expression of yourself. It's expressing yourself honestly and completely, like the good man himself, the great man himself used to say. Sigang Bruce Lee used to emphasize that a lot. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this podcast, and I just wish you all the best in regards to what style you do. And I'm looking forward to meeting some MMA fighters and talking and expressing each other's techniques. And this is what it's about for me. It's about researching, and it's about experiencing the other person's journey and sharing. That's what it's about. It's the best thing for me. Anyway, I'd like to wish you all the best and keep training, keep strong. I hope you're all doing well out there with all this craziness out there. Just keep your mind positive and you'll be fine. Take care now. Hi guys, welcome to Urban Combat JKD. Glad to have you here. So today I'm going to take you through the basic Jun Fan Jeet Kune Do movements, okay? Meaning the trapping, the parrying, the striking, and different variations. Also the stance, the block, the guard, which is very important.